Who am I kidding? You guys, hi. Oh my god. Happy New Year's, everyone. I missed you guys so dearly. Please forgive me for taking off basically the month of December. I already know you guys are probably like, where's Kimora at? Where has she been? I'm still here. December has been so crazy. It's been my birthday, Christmas. I've had my anniversary, my partner's birthday, New Year's. I was able to see my family after like 2 years, you know? So I just wanted to take some time to myself to enjoy the holidays and not stress about anything. Yes, my hair is still in from the last time you guys saw me. I was actually going on my YouTube channel and I was actually looking at the recent video that I made about the Ariana Grande collection, and I remember you guys going in on me and for me not liking it and all that. So it is what it is. So I figured, because I usually always start with my base on, my foundation on, and I go right into eyes, because for some reason I've been getting a lot of new collections from brands that are just really eye focused. So I figured I didn't want to bore you guys with skin, but today, because I haven't seen you guys in so long, I actually think my skin regimen is different. I think my foundation has been different lately, so I'm here to share that with you guys. If you guys want to join me and do makeup with me as well, go ahead and grab everything. In the meantime, if you guys are coming back to my channel because you guys subscribed, thank you so much for sticking with me. 2022 is about to be a year, and then also if you guys have not subscribed yet, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button. So let's get started. So you guys, I started off my brows. Obviously these are not going to be what my brows look like at the end. There's so much more that needs to be done to it. So lately I've been so obsessed. I mean, not lately, but I've been using the Grip Hydro. I truly think this primer is like the best primer on the market right now. It's very sticky, and what I've been finding with this primer is that it literally sticks to everything that you put on top of it. But also, I always double it. Like, does anybody double their primer? Because I feel like when you double your primer, it just works better. So I usually start off with this, and I do like a really soft coat. And the trick about this primer, you guys, is like, you guys literally have to kind of let it sit for a little bit. And as you guys can feel, it literally starts to get really, really tacky and sticky versus going right on with foundation. Okay, so I started with that. Second, you guys know I've been using the equalizer from Morphe for years. I absolutely love this primer. And I kind of put a little bit of this to kind of smooth out my cheeks. As you guys know, I do not have the best skin in the world. So anything that's kind of waxy or airbrushy or blurry is definitely one of my favorite things to use. I have been literally changing my foundation. I used to use the Pro Filter. Now I kind of stopped a little bit because I was starting to see this foundation get a little shiny throughout the night for me, and I wasn't sure what the combination was and what was happening. So I kind of put that to rest a little bit, and I jumped back into my favorite, the MAC Full Coverage Pro. Now this foundation is really, really, really heavy. It's not a foundation that I would recommend on a regular basis. Now if you guys like to make it, you know, look really heavy, then I say this is one of the best. You know, I grew up using this foundation. It's almost like a mini, not a mini, but like a large concealer. So right now I'm just kind of scoping out my brows. See, it's so smooth. And then what I usually do, I usually get like a lighter version. So this is obviously like a lighter version. And then this is like what I use for underneath my brows, because I love a very sculpted brow. I always call it the MAC Stamp. I love a MAC Stamp brow. I know a lot of people are very into like very like furry, natural brow, which is, I think it's okay, but obviously I don't have that. Obviously, like if you guys are doing brows right now, you guys wouldn't do this. I mean, if you guys were, that's kind of sickening as well. This is just right now like a really brief like beginning to my makeup. Like obviously you guys know at the end I always tend to add more, but this is kind of like how I start my makeup. Okay, so that's like my layout. Okay, so now what you do is you take a beauty blender and then you kind of just press on it. Don't worry about trying to like get the coverage, because this foundation really just does give you the automatic coverage. You don't need to layer it, you don't need to do the most. I'm just gonna blend this lightly. I'm not really too worried about the blending right now because we're still gonna do like a double coat. I am obsessed with these oils, and lately for some reason because right now, okay, so what happened is I put the Milk Grip on, which is sticky. I put a little bit of that nice equalizer so it kind of fills in the pores a little bit. So I'm really sticky here, very waxy here. So that's kind of the way to kind of control your primer, is you kind of know where it's at and what it's doing. So versus putting it all over the face. And I feel like when you do that, you do save product and you do kind of save more that way versus using so much everywhere. Long story short, I love the Priming Beauty Oil from Morphe. This is what I use to combine with my foundation to kind kind of give it like that silk, almost like silk velvety finish, okay? So I always take a little dish. I really do recommend these for any makeup wearers out there. This is the great way to combine product together without getting it on like a napkin or anything like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and scoop a little bit out. That's pretty much how much I have on my face, like right there. Like that's how much I use on my face. The great thing about that foundation, it just goes a long way. So I take a little bit of that oil, okay? And then I just kind of do a little like drop, drop, drop. Is there like a wrong way on how much oil you should use? I don't think so. I feel like if you use a lot, you might get a little shiny, but I know how to tame shine, so I'm not too worried about something being too shiny. I'm just gonna double check. Perfect match. Okay, now this is literally how I've been doing my makeup for like the past 6 months. Like I just haven't been showing it to you guys. So I take a brush. I love a paintbrush. Obviously this has been used and abused. I've been taking this brush on me on tour. This is the Morphe E63. I love this paintbrush. It's just fluffy and painting at the same time. And now let's just go ahead. I'm just gonna move my hair and see how like it's just so like skin. I don't even need to like use color corrector for this product because it's so full coverage that that part you don't even need. So I'm just gonna paint lightly. I would say paint like an even coat around and then just kind of blend it into the neck. Look at that coverage. Oh, love it. And I haven't been tanning, and I actually told myself this year, you guys, like I'm not gonna tan. Usually I would go into a tanning bit, but I think I'm actually gonna quit tanning. I just feel like tanning as much as I did for the past few years, it's just been really bad on my skin, and I'm trying to like not do it anymore. So I'm taking a beauty blender and I'm just gonna softly rub it in. Not rub it in, but buff it in. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and do some contouring. Okay, like look how smooth that looks. Love, love, love. I've been using this Glow contour stick for like years. It has not need a refill. So I don't even know how much is in there. Now I like to contour first before I highlight. Like I know some people like to go in and highlight, but I like contouring first. It's just like what I'm used to. But there is actually like no wrong way. So I love to like create like the most strongest contour on my nose because I love a strong contour nose. I bring it to the bridge. Like, I mean, how strong is that? Like that, it's crazy, but that's literally how I like it. Because we're gonna go back, we're gonna blend it all out, don't worry. I go in there, I bring this in. Now, I usually don't go in with a contour color on my cheeks. I just have really big cheekbones. I know you guys are probably like, here we go with the cheekbones. I just feel like when I do the contour with the cheeks, it just defines it more, but for some reason lately, I do like it again. I don't know why. So I think today we're gonna go ahead and do it. Now go ahead and take a brush. You take a brush. I like a brush because if you use a beauty blender, you kind of move the product a little bit. And if you use a brush, it's gonna really give you a very softer contour. See that? How it's like kind of softening out. For some reason, like I know people like to pick up the beauty blender a lot, but you guys don't understand, when you guys take out the beauty blender, you're actually taking product off, you're moving it, you're pushing it around. It's really not the best tool for everything. So I like to take a brush and I just kind of like blend it out. Okay, it's just so like smooth. Like I don't know, I just love it. So same idea on the nose. We're gonna go ahead and take a small little eyeshadow brush. I've saved this one aside. It's just the one that works for me. So if you guys have anything similar to this for a nose blend, this is perfect. So what I usually do is I take it and I do the same effect. I kind of just take it and I just rub it. Not rub it, but I like blend it, you know. See how it's like softening up? Same thing here. So it really doesn't really matter like how you lay it out. I mean, it kind of does, but like don't try to like contour so perfect because you're gonna end up blending it out anyways. And the reason why I love to do highlight at the end or after this is because highlighting kind of goes back and it kind of corrects your contour. So your contour kind of shifts back into where it's supposed to be, if that makes sense. So as you guys can see here, obviously like this is gross, but trust me girl, like when I put on that highlight, it's gonna change everything. That's pretty much my contouring technique. Now the highlighting matters. Now I am so obsessed with the Born This Way. I religiously use this highlight color. It's just one of the best. This one's called Cream Puff. I've literally given this product to so many of my queens and they're like obsessed. Like this is like the perfect highlight for me. Like I love a bright highlight. Like I love that glow. If you're someone that is scared of having a big a bright highlight, maybe this is not for you. I love to look like bam, like face. Like I want to have face when I'm out and I want to have face that you can see from a distance. And Cream Puff is just that, girl. So I take a little bit of this. I love the brush it has. So I haven't even dipped it in yet. So now I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna scope out my nose. You see that? How I just kind of cleaned it up and I take my little brush. I haven't dipped it yet because remember you have a lot of product on this brush. And that's kind of like how I'm cleaning up everything. So same thing here. Go down the nose. See, I kind of messed up right here, so you can go back. Okay, that's perfect. I take it down. And now I dip back in a little bit. I'm gonna start on my nose. Pull that up. See? And those are like my favorite places to highlight on my face. So now what you do is take the Beauty Blender and now we're gonna blend everything out. Once you blend it all out, you'll start to see the magic. Look at the magic. Oh, the magic is there. All right, so you just keep going. See how perfect like this concealer is? Like if I had a code with Too Faced, I'd give it to you guys. Oh, and by the way, I still have codes with Morphe, TATTI, BADDIE. Everything is listed on the bottom in the info section. I know you guys have been thinking about me during the holidays at Morphe. Thank you so much for anyone that's shopping at Morphe and using my code. That means the world to me. So same thing here. Let's go ahead and blend all this out. Ooh, look at that. Look how like flawless this looks. Like how beautiful that looks. Obsessed. Now take my Beauty Blender and I'm just gonna blend out the forehead. Look at that. Just blend out the chin. This is the foundation blender and this is the highlight blender. So I take my foundation, I just like to kind of go on the edges a little bit because this has some of that product still and it just really blend out that transition from the highlight to the skin. It just really does help. And like I said, you guys, I've been doing this for a long time. You don't need to make it so perfect because when you go back and setting your whole makeup really does kind of erase things, but you want to get it as perfect as you can. Now I take the edge of my Beauty Blender and I just blend going up. This is where the techniques of your hand come in handy, okay? Obviously, my nose is not gonna look like that. Now, that brush we had earlier, you're gonna wanna take it again, and let's watch this magic. You're just gonna take it, and you're just gonna blend it out. That's why I use an eyeshadow brush, because it just really does like, it just like really, I don't know, it just kind of does the trick. Like in my brush case, you guys, I know which eyeshadow brushes I use for highlighting and buffing and all that. So remember, take notes. If you have to put it aside like this one, I know specifically is to do that. Like I will never use this on my eyes. If you guys aren't, I mean, I know a lot of people do this, but like each brush in your canister literally should only do one thing, okay? So that is the trick. If you have no idea what brush does what, for your face and for product and for makeup and things, you're gonna be all over the place. And what happens is if your brushes all start turning the same color, it's because you're using it for other things. So I really recommend getting a brush for a certain thing and that's it. Don't blend it, don't use it, don't double use it. That's why like all my brushes, they all look different color. So I kind of know like, okay, well this brush is for black eyeshadow only. This brush is only for like an auburn red brown only. You know what I mean? And then I do have a separate canister that has all my color brushes. You really want to kind of organize it that way. It just really does help. And it makes sure that you always come back to that same snatch look that you love so much in the beginning when your brushes were clean. That's kind of my little tip for you. So everything is kind of blended. I'm loving what it's looking like. This is the Jaclyn Hill blush. These are the cream powder blush sticks. So this one's called Swoon. I've been so obsessed with this blush product. Literally look how much I've been using it. It's just so bomb. And I love doing this before I set my makeup. So what I do is I take it and I just put it kind of on that section where the highlight and the contour is meeting. This way it really does, one, enhance your blush. Two, it also just really gives you like that even flow. I call it the Kylie Jenner cheek, where it's so like soft and airbrushy with a little bit of color, contour, and highlight. It really does do a difference. Like I used to never do this and now like I'm totally obsessed. I take a brush. Remember, we do not want to put a beauty blender on this because you want it to stay. You take it, you just really softly just blend it. And what happens is that her products are so good, you'll start to see it kind of evaporate into the skin and it kind of just becomes like this beautiful powdery blush moment. Like I'm just so obsessed with this product right here. It's probably one of my favorite products from Jaclyn Hill. It dries like a powder, so even better. Look at that. Look how flawless. Like it's like there. You know what I mean? Like it's there, but it's not. And then the last before I set is I take my beauty blender with the highlight and I just kind of press it like this one more time. Okay, so just to make sure it's super smooth, and then bam, we have full skin ready to go. I'm so excited we're doing this. I like really love doing freaking skin. I am so obsessed with one size translucent. Anyone that says all translucent powders are the same is a freaking lie. That is the biggest lie in the makeup industry. All translucent powders do not act the same, do not look the same, do not react the same, and do not set the same. Please remember that. Like, I can't say that any louder. I like a translucent powder that gives you a blur, it sets, and it keeps your face intact. A lot of translucent powders that I've worked with have a lot of luminous. So if any of your powders say luminous, or if they have like specks of glitter, specks of like shine, obviously it doesn't take a genius to figure this out, but that's gonna give you a shine. And I've been obsessed with the Patrick Star One Size. Like, his product really does give you this blur effect where it's very matte, but it also doesn't make you like dry. And that's why I love the Laura Mercier one. Now, he sent me this in PR, but I ran out and I love this so much and I went back and bought more. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face completely. Like, I want you guys to pack this product on completely, okay? Like, to the point that I want you guys to like cover your face in this product. Okay, so now go ahead and brush everything off. Oh my God, I can totally tell the difference. As you guys can see here, it's still like that soft blur blush. Contour's there, the highlight is still perfect. You still see my skin color here. So it's perfect, okay? So now we're gonna go ahead and bronze. I'm gonna go ahead and pick out my little MAC dark tan, and we're gonna go ahead and bronze lightly. And then now, I've been obsessed with the P.LOUISE. This is the Vacation palette. I've been literally combining these two colors here for my contour. And I love like that kind of orangey, bronzy, dark. And I love a good fan brush because the fan brush cuts like this. And I kind of take it and I just kind of press it in and go up. I bring my contour up, you guys. Are you guys still with me? So I take it. Lipstick Nick actually used this brush on me at the Jeffree Star campaign. And I was like, okay, I need that. Lightly go up. I gotta be careful with my bronzing this right now because I'm not as tan as I used to be. So we see this beautiful little moment here. Moving on, Be Perfect. This is one of my favorite. This is the Shape and Shifter. I love combining these two beautiful colors together for my chin. It's just kind of more of like a matter, more darker brown contour color. And I do a little bit on my cheeks. So I'm very bronze. It's okay because you guys know, like I said, I go like to the extreme when it comes to bronzing. Now, contour's kind of pretty much set. I take an empty brush, I always say empty brush, but it doesn't really mean empty. It's just like a clean brush. And I kind of take it and I just kind of really dust off any accents I don't like. And then now I take a flat brush just like so. This is where we're gonna press into the highlight. Now you guys know, bitch, I go right into my highlight. So I've been still using the Studio Fix powder. This is NW22, it's my favorite. I can't believe I just said that because I never tell anyone what my highlight color is. Either get NW22 or C2. The best, love it. Because I am so yellow, I'm a yellow undertone, I like to go a little warmer on my highlight because if I'm so yellow undertone around and I'm bronze, you kind of want to jump, go a little opposite on your highlight so it's brighter and it kind of pops up more versus doing like a banana or something like that because then you'll start to look really, really yellow. That's why on my channel, I don't really use banana powders or anything yellow because I'm so yellow already and bronze that it would just make me look literally so yellow. So this is why I like with my highlight, it just kind of looks just like so. I take it and I press it. Look at that. Go up and I press it into the forehead a little bit. We love a little glow moment. Now you can take out a brush that you love to use for your nose. If you do not have one, it's okay. If you don't contour your nose, you're so lucky. Because I'm such a nose contour, I take the same powder and I go right on my nose just because I want the same texture all around. There's this little powder in the Be Perfect palette, the Shapeshifter, that I love. When Be Perfect created this palette, Zach and Cole, they gave these two beautiful, it reminds me of like the Nikita Dragon highlight powder. I like to use both. It really does give a glow, so I do a little like tap 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 tap, but I just kind of take it and just really set it on there. See that? And then that same brush, I'm gonna take a little bit of that warmer one and I'm just gonna press, sure. And then now we're gonna go ahead and contour the nose. So I'm gonna use this same palette. Literally, guys, this is like what I do all the time. I take the lightest shade and this is where I'm going to really just kind of take and blend it down. Now, depending on the time of the day, if it's at night, I usually take it all the way down, but because I wanted to show you guys what a little more natural, I kind of take it and I don't really take it down. See how it doesn't really go down? This is like the contour, the liquid contour part, but if it's at night, I would really scope it all the way down so it looks a little more like pointed. I also take the darkest shade, well, the medium darkest shade, and I kind of go underneath. This is gonna go ahead and give me like a point. It's almost like I'm creating the nose that I was not born with. It's just kind of like an illusion thing, you guys. Like, I know like a lot of people won't realistically do this for a day-to-day, but when you're in that world of sculpting and you're in that world of highlighting and in that world of contouring, these are the little tricks that people do to kind of create that face that we do not have at, you know, at birth. Now, last but not least, let's go ahead and get a little a blush on. So today, because of my eyeshadow, I really want to go like a soft color. So I'm gonna pull out my favorite. This is Haus Labs. This is the blush duo. This is called Head Rush. I love this blush. It is my favorite blush in the world. I like to kind of mix it just like that. And I just kind of take it and I just really blend it, just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and use Too Faced. Too Faced is one of my favorite brow products. I don't really think like my brows are like something to teach. They're pretty straightforward. Like, it's really just drawing. Like, I wish I had like hair so I can teach you guys brows, because I'm a wizard when it comes to brows. I used to do like one of the best brows when I used to do makeup for people. Because my brows are so straightforward and I just extend and I just color, it really is no detail to it to even teach. So I never really teach brows, and for me, like, I feel like my brows aren't really on trend. I feel like everybody now is all about like the fluffy furry brow, and I feel like when it comes to brows, it's really personal, you know? Like, people think like there's a wrong brow or right brow. I always tell people like there really is no wrong brow. A brow to someone is really personal. It's just the way they sculpt their face, you know? So if you're gonna walk around and say, ew, your brows are ugly, like, I feel like there is no wrong brow. It's their brow, it's their personal preference. It's almost like saying your haircut's wrong. What makes a right haircut? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of how I see it. I don't really can't tell you what's a right or wrong brow. These are just the brows that work for me. Okay, you guys, so today's makeup, I'm very excited for the eyes. I'm gonna do something kind of cool and we'll see where it goes. I don't even know how to explain it. So let's get a little closer and let's get into the eyes. For the eyes today, I thought about doing like my traditional pulled out kind of moment, but kind of adding a little bit of color. So I'm just gonna get like some shades of brown, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna really define my crease a little bit because I don't have one. I'm gonna get some brown right here. This is really going to help me like kind of see where I need to sculpt and cut. So today I'm gonna start with the blank canvas, P.LOUISE, and we're gonna go ahead and just kind of cut this eye. I wanna cut this first, just like so. This is not gonna be my cut because I'm gonna cut another one right here. I'm just kind of cleaning up that brown that we just did. I haven't cut an eye in Lord knows how long. So let's go ahead and set this. Now, when you guys set these products, you guys wanna use, I'm gonna just use my translucent from one size. So don't worry, it looks a little crazy, but we're gonna get there. Let's go ahead and do a little green. I am going to, maybe this green, like I feel like this is like, should I do this one or should I do like this one? I feel like this would pop more. Just, I don't know, we'll see. We'll figure it out. So now what I wanna do, you guys, is I'm going to get this product on, but this is, so what I'm trying to do, you guys, is kind of have it start like right here and blend out and stop and then blend out, okay? Ooh, that's pretty. So get that on there. I'm just using like a little brush. Like, feel free to use whatever brush you guys are comfortable with. I know everyone's eyes are different, so you want to use a brush that's like kind of like what fits your eye. Okay, now I took it down just a little bit like that. And now we're gonna get some shadow. Ooh, okay, so this is, what is this from? This is a beauty novel by City Color. Actually, my friend Chantel sent me this. So thank you so much, Chantel, for sending me City Colors. I'm gonna go ahead and just take like the greens that I think that would fit. Like this color called Leaf looks like it would blend really well. Minty Fresh, I'll take Minty Fresh. I'm just gonna like blend this out like that. Just blend them out as much as you can. Now we're gonna do something kind of cool. I want you guys to pull out a little brush, just like so, and let's get a little blue. Let's kind of deepen this up a little bit more. The P.LOUISE product is, it would just grab anything. So now that we have like this little moment going on, now I'm gonna go ahead and put in some black, okay? So the black is going to be, black we're gonna do a little bit, we're just gonna blend out, and then we're gonna kind of like, what, you'll see. This is like how people are asking like, how do you get your shadows so dark? I'm like, girl, P.LOUISE. So what I do is I tap on the color. You tap on the color and then you kind of take a, this is like blending skills comes in really, like, it comes in handy. Now what you want to do is that you want to blend out the edges. This is the part that's gonna be really excruciating and very terrifying for people because it's hard. Because when you blend out liquid, you have to have a hand movement that's really controllable. And this is where you really just take it and you kind of blend out the edges. And what I do is I wear pans that I wipe my brush on. You can have a towel and I wipe it off, like literally wipe it off, okay? So that's like that's like perfect. I want to add shadow, but this is where you want to just really take your time and not rush. And now go ahead and grab some really pretty brown shades and we're going to buff out that beautiful black. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out this new palette called Gone Matte from ColourPop. It's a beautiful like neutral palette, has beautiful colors, and it really just gives you like the perfect warm brown. So I'm going to take a little bit of this. I'm just going to start blending it on just like that. So see how it's kind of blended? And then now let's take another brush. Let's go back into that P.LOUISE product and we're gonna bring that color down, just like that. And we're gonna take the same shades and we're gonna blend that out. I'm gonna go a little deeper, just like these colors right here. And let's blend out that black. And now we're gonna go ahead and punch in, not punch it, but apply some black right on top to make it super, super, super black. I'm gonna use this brush right here. I love the Jaclyn Hill Black. I think the Jaclyn Hill Black is the best black on planet Earth. So I'm gonna take this and now I'm just gonna press it right on top. How pretty. This is where the fun's gonna start. So taking out the best liner, this is the NYX liner. I love this liner. We're gonna go in and kind of really add some character where that blue is. The white just makes it so popped. So I totally messed up right here, but that's okay. Let me see if I can fix that. Oh my God. Okay, I think that's kind of good. Do we love that? It's kind of like Space Cadet kind of thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like kind of really stepping out the box because I owe you guys. I don't know if I should do glitter or should I do like, should I do glitter or should I do like a, almost like a shine? I'm thinking like a shine. I feel like glitter, you know, sometimes when you do glitter, it just doesn't translate in pictures well. Let me see what I have. I feel like this, like the Jeffree Stripper Magic. I think a shine is much more like that girl. Like, I don't know why, like I always want like glitter, but for some reason, do you guys find this, like when you guys use glitter, it just doesn't really, it looks better when you move around, but in pictures, it just doesn't like look gorge. I'm gonna wet this brush with my mouth and I'm just gonna like softly put it on. Oh, see, look how pretty that looks. Like, oh my God. Oh my God, I forget like how much I just love like Jeffree's highlighters. I don't really highlight my cheeks anymore like I used to, but I just absolutely love his highlighters. See? And then now, you guys, today we're ready for lashes basically. So I'm gonna get some mascara on these lashes. So you guys can definitely use my code Kimora at TATTI Lashes. It will save you money off. These are like literally my favorite lashes. Like I actually love this lash brand. These ones are called Too Fire For You. Like I feel like for today's look, this is gonna look really good because my eyeshadow today is kind of like pulled out, winged out kind of moment. So let's go ahead and get some glue on these babies. If you're gonna do like a lot of eyeshadow work, it doesn't really make sense to put like a big lash on. I mean, it depends on the eyes actually. But like for me today, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and use something kind of small because I want you guys to see the work that we put into it today. So as this glue dries down for the TATTI lashes, now I am using TATTI lash glue. I think their glues is just one of the best. Right now, I feel like the lip that I'm gonna go with today, I feel like I'm gonna do a nude. I think a nude is... I feel like a nude is gonna be it. So I'm gonna use my favorite liner. This is called Sugar Pie from Morphe. The best, I mean, honestly, I feel like it's the best nude liner in the world. I actually love this lip shade. I might even just do like a little gloss. Should I do a little gloss? This is the ColourPop Luxe Velvet. I used it the other day. I was kind of gagged. Look at this. Oh my God. It's like the perfect, like, did I just slobber on myself? Oh my God. That's how much I love it. Look at this. Okay, now you do that and then we're gonna add like a little highlight on top of it. Like almost like a rose highlight. Like a rose like kind of highlight. Oh my God, how gorgeous. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and just highlight right on my bridge of my nose with a little Laura Mercier. Now my lashes are ready to go. Oh, perfect. And then a little mascara on these babies. Like it'll literally look so good. Hello, hi, I'm Gorge. I take a little liner. I love to go in and just fill in the little empty spaces. Ooh! How was that for a comeback? Because I want to stay kind of luminous but not, I'm just gonna use like a really simple setting spray. So obviously the Continuous Mist. And then now I'm gonna use a little bit of Fuck Proof mascara, and I'm just gonna tap the lash. I'm not gonna brush through it because I don't want it to be so mascara-y. I just wanna like really bring out the tips. It kind of keeps the fluffiness. Here is the final look, you guys. Oh, okay. I kind of feel like I kind of copied my shirt a little bit. I feel like I should have did orange instead of the blue. Like it would have been like a cool like transition. What do y'all think? I'm obsessed. I love it. I'm like so obsessed with my skin. Like I really do encourage you guys to do the whole skin regimen. Like you guys will gag. I mean, it might be a lot for some people because I am using like super full coverage just to see how different my makeup looked now compared to like 6 months ago. It's just so crazy. So I do encourage to try new products out there, to try new things, mix things and see where it goes. Like makeup is everlasting and makeup has no boundaries, no rules. So you could really do what you guys want to do when it comes to makeup and to find your best fit. And I remember your fit will always change. I feel so gorgeous. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm pretty sure it's a little long one, but I figured to kind of start off the year with a good video to kind of get you guys back in the momentum of coming back to me, to kind of get you guys in the creative spirit. I want to say Happy New Year's to everyone out there. I wish you guys nothing but the best, good energy this year. 2022 is going to be a good year. Just manifest it and make it your year. I am just so excited to be back and I love you guys so dearly. Thank you so much for giving me all those weeks times off. A resolution of mine is to have videos up every single week for you guys, and I'm gonna do my best. So I also want to thank you guys for coming to my Instagram and reminding me and checking in on me. That does mean a lot. Now I did do all my giveaways on my Instagram, so if you guys have not followed me on my Instagram, go ahead and check out Instagram. Other than that, you guys, I love you dearly. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so, and I will see you guys in a few days.